Hey guys, so today we are moving on from quadrilaterals and we're going to be starting angles. So we are going to focus today on supplementary, complementary, vertical, and adjacent angles. So a little vocabulary. Equations for an unknown angle. So basically what that is that you are equaling it to the sum. So with complementary, you're equaling the two or more angles to 90. With supplementary, you're doing the same, but with 180. And with vertical, it's different ways. You can either do it to 360 for the whole thing, or you're equaling it to the one vertical or across from it. Supplementary angle. So a supplementary angle, this is just, I'm going to be sharing a couple anchor charts with you. We know that supplementary angles have a sum of 180. You're going to be writing equations today based off of your angles. So it might be AC equals 180. And I have some examples off to the side for you to help you determine your answers. And so I'm just going to move through these very quickly. Complementary angles, we know that the sum is 90. We're going to be setting our equations for those to 90. Adjacent angles are angles that are basically next to each other. They're formed when two lines are crossed and they're directly next to each other. I have some pictures there to show you which ones would be adjacent. And same thing with determining your equation for them. Vertical angles are a pair of vertical angles that are formed with crossed lines, and they are directly across from each other. And we have some examples of equations there as well. So let's look at problem number 1. So in the image below, EFG is a right angle. So notice how it tells you it's a right angle. So we know that right angles equal to 90 degrees. So right angles equal to 90 degrees. So that makes our job easier. What is the value of x? So we are going to take the first angle plus the second angle equal to 90. This is what that is going to look like. So I would have 2x plus 6, which is angle 1, plus 12, which is angle 2, all equal to 90. It's as simple as that. Then I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. So I can combine the 6 and the 12. That would give me 18 plus 2x equals 90. And then I can keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and do my subtraction, my inverse. And that would give me 2x equals 72. Then I would divide both sides by 2. And x equals 36. Because the question is asking for the value of x, this is my answer, making my answer D. So let's go ahead and look at the next question. It says, in the figure below, angle 1 measures 3x plus 20, and angle 2 measures x. What is the measure of angle 4? So we can do this one way. So I know that angle 1 is 3x plus 20. So because angle 1 and 4 are vertical, that means 4 is also 3x plus 20. Angle 2 is x, which means angle 3 is x. So I can go about making it so this is a straight angle, so I can do 3x plus 20 plus x equals 180, because since it is a straight angle, I can equal it to 180 being a supplementary angle, or I can equal the whole thing to 360 because the whole thing would equal 360. So you can do either or. I'm going to do it this way. So from here, I'm combining like terms. So 3x plus x is 4x plus 20 equals 180. I'm going to subtract, I'm going to subtract 20, sorry. That gives me 160. So 4x equals 160. Then I would divide by 4. 160 divided by 4 would give me x equals 40. So now I'm going to go back and read the question. It says, what is the measure of angle 4? Now keep in mind, angle 4 is 3x plus 20. So the answer is not 40. I have to plug in my 40. So it would be 3 times 40 plus 20. So 3 times 40 would give me 120, plus 20 more would then give me 140. So this would be 140, making my answer D. Remember, if at any time you feel like it's moving too fast, go ahead and pause the video, look, or you can rewind and then continue. So let's go ahead and look at our next question. This one says, in the figure below, KLP is a right angle. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there for a second. KLP. So that means KLP is a right angle, meaning it all equals to 90. That's good to know. Then it says angle NLO and angle OLP are congruent. That's good to know too. So this angle and this angle are congruent, meaning they equal the same. So I can name this one X and I can name this one X. So it wants to know, what is the measure of OLP? Well, I can equal all of those angles to 90 because it's a right angle. So my equation is going to look like this. X plus X plus 38 equals 90. So combine like terms gives me 2x plus 38 equals 90. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and continue solving. I subtract 38 from both sides. Gives me 52 equals 2x. And then I can divide both sides by 2, making my answer x equals 26. So if I go back, it's asking what is OLP. OLP is x. X is 26. So I have my answer is C. Let's go ahead and look at one more. So this one says, in the figure below, LMR measures 120. So LMR equals 120. What is the measure of PMQ? Well, let's see. What could I do? Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky. So I know that this whole thing is 180. So I'm going to start by solving for 2x. So if what's left here, I know that this first part is 120, so I would have to do 180 minus 120 to figure out what's left. So that means that 180 minus 120 would give me 60. So I know that 2x equals 60. From here, I'm going to figure out what x is by dividing both sides by 2. That means x equals 30. So that helps me a lot. I know that 2x is 60. I know that x is 30. So that means that I'm going to go ahead and label this one P to figure out what's left. So I know 40 plus 30 plus P equals 120. I'm going to combine and get 70 plus P equals 120. I can subtract. And that would give me P equals 50. So angle PMQ is C. So you have to make sure that you are able to pay attention, because with angles, there is not one specific way that you can always solve. You need to be looking for things that you can solve for first, things that you can solve for next, and you have to be very aware of how much your angles are measuring. So I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, remember to ask.